Hello and welcome back to George's Gaming Diaries, I was going to say. Sorry, welcome back to Angel's POV Cooking Diaries. Now today I come across the weirdest recipe I've ever seen, okay? So we're going to give it a go. It's basically scones, but it's made with lemonade and cream, which is... Anyway, let's give it a go. Never done it before, so we're in this together. Right. 250 grams of self-rising flour. Apparently very important that you sieve it. Again, I'll say apparently because I've never done this before, so we're just going through it, as I say, together. That reminds me, I need to put the oven on, I'm sorry, at 220 because you've got to bake them hard and fast, or so they said. Right, so sieve the flour, we don't want any lumps. And apparently this will also incorporate air into the mixture. So there you go, flour, 250 grams of plain flour. Now this is where it gets strange, right? 200 milliliters of lemonade, pure, simple lemonade, okay? And then 200 milliliters of cream. Again, double cream, sorry, 200 milliliters double cream. Then you need to just bind it together slowly. Now, I've lost the cover and I don't want flour everywhere. So I'm going to put it on at the lower speed, just till it binds together. Okay, in the meantime, last ingredient, an egg. Smash it into a glass, simply to make egg wash. Now, let's get rid of this stuff, get it out of the way, because apparently the dough is going to be very, very wet. Okay, so it's going to be a very wet dough, and we're going to have to use a lot of... Blimey, that is a wet dough, isn't it? Look at that. That's not going to work. It's literally liquid. Maybe I've got the conversion rate wrong. Alright, tell you what we're going to do. Hey, we're in this together. That is definitely too wet. So we're going to put in trial and error, right? Trial and error. Let's try it. Here we go. Tear. Let's put in another... Oh no, that looks very wet. Let's put in another 100. Maybe I got my conversions wrong, because they've done it in cups, you see. I never weigh stuff. 84, not quite 100. Oh, we got a civet. Okay, this is not going very well already, but listen, cooking is not an exact science. We make mistakes, we get things wrong. Trial and error is my way of learning to cook. So let's try 85 grams more. So what's that then? So we put 330, call it. Just we'll change the ingredients as we go along. That is just, I know they said it's a wet mixture, but that's just not coming together at all. All right, so now we got to revise, and I will revise it in the description. Now we've gone with 330, back to a low speed. I'm not going to do the next bit, which would be flour this, because what I don't want to do is make a complete mess and then that dough doesn't come together anyway. I'm sorry, I've got my baby in the kitchen and I'm just keeping an eye on him, you know, making sure everything's okay. All right, well that seems to be coming together better. So next thing I'm going to use is a simple glass, just as a cutter, just to cut the dough. I know this is strange. As I say, I've never done it before. It is certainly a very wet dough though. Oh, that's too wet for me even. Still. Mind you, there is some flour. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to get a spatula and we're going to just wipe down the flour from the sides. Because actually it's a sticky dough, but it's a dough. So let's just wipe down the flour. And apparently it will pick a lot of flour up as as we're shaping it. So now just again, slower speed, just make it come together. Again, this is trial and error, never done it before, let's see, okay? Do you know what? I'm going to stick in another two more spoons of oh, I would stick 2 more spoons in. Yeah, so I'm going to stick a little bit more flour in. Again, trial and error, okay? Just because it just seems too, I know they said wet, but that's not wet, that's dripping. Absolutely soaking. Nothing wrong with a nice wet sticky dough, but you need to be able to manage it. That's better. Look, that's coming together a bit better. Let's stop it. Yeah, it's coming together. So we got to say we've put in 350 flour, not the planned 250 we originally started with. So 350 flour. Mind you, this is going to be a nightmare to handle, but we'll give it a go. Maybe it's meant to be this wet, right? We'll see. There's only one way of finding out, and that's they're scones, Jim, but not as we know them. No, on the way forward. If I'm making scones, I've got to crack my favourite cake joke, which is what's the fastest cake in the world? Scone. Anyway, right. Yeah, look, that's come together a lot better. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm gonna give it a go. Apparently you need to really cover the work surface with flour. You don't need a rolling pin for this. You do it by hand apparently, so let's see how we get on. So plenty of flour. That's it. We don't want to mix it too much because we don't want to knock apparently the lemonade air out, which I know. Strange, right? Lemonade air out of scones. Okay, blimey, this is very wet, but let's see. Let's not give up. Let's not be defeatist. Then apparently when you put it on the cover, what you have to do is fold it over and pick up some of the flour to make it manageable. So there you go, folding it. Oh no, it's actually quite a nice dough. Right, it's actually quite a nice dough. Look, we put 350 in instead of 250, 200 mils of cream, 200 mils of lemonade. And now, where did I put the glass? Now all we're going to do is just go 1. Don't twist it. When you cut out scones, whether you do the conventional scones or this lemonade scone, which again is weird, but don't twist it. And there's a reason for not twisting it. That if you twist it, you're gonna stretch, get the sides and mark them, and then it's going to impair their growth. In the video it says to bake these close together, so when they start to rise, they support each other. Now, the lady, the video I watched today, when she finished, she just put the dough back together like this, patted it down, and I reckon we'll get another two out of that, maybe even 3. So here we go again. 1. Ooh. 2. Yeah, we'll get another one out of that, I think. Okay, so we've got 6 so far. I reckon we'll get another 2 out of this. So put it all back together, knead it back together. She said it's okay if it picks up flour, so you know. There it is. Should we get 2 out of that, do you think? I think we'll get 2, possibly just go right to the edge. It's not an exact science, as you've seen with the flour. Go right to the edge. Okay, so we've managed to get 8 scones, lemonade scones. Okay, the oven is at 220, so we're going to put it in now. Oh no, we're not. Whoa, don't panic, Mr. Mannering. What we're going to do is we're going to egg wash them first, just to give them that golden brown colour. Okay. This is weird, I know. Lemonade. I don't get it. Apparently, obviously, I'm not adding sultanas to this because Billy doesn't like sultanas. And she is the one that eats most of my cooking. And me. But you can add sultanas. But here we go. Proof's in the pudding, I suppose. Let's see how it goes. Bear with me because I've got my little man next to me. I don't want him to burn himself. Let me just shift him away. Just while I put him in the oven. Okay, you ready? Oh. One sec. Oh. Okay, in the oven they go. Right, 15 minutes. I'm going to let you go because my little man got upset that I didn't let him climb in the oven. 15 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, so I looked about 2 minutes ago when they'd been in 15 minutes. They weren't quite ready. So they've been in, 17 minutes. Let's have a quick look. Let's get them out. Let's have a look. Look, they actually look decent, right? Oh. Look at that. They're a bit hot now, so I'm not going to do anything with them. But they do look quite decent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let them cool down, then I'm going to prepare some chantilly cream and a bit of raspberry. And we'll go from there. Some have risen more than others. That one's risen nicely. But yeah, we'll see. We'll leave them for a few minutes to cool down. Then I'll come back and try them with a bit of chantilly cream and raspberry jam. Okay, welcome back. Look, I've put a bit of raspberry in it and some squirty cream. Chantilly cream would be better, but I've run out of double cream. So, let's give it a go, shall we? Ooh. Do you know what? They're not bad. Unorthodox, but they taste nice. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Any comments or suggestions, glad to hear them.